Hi, this is Melissa with Terrazelia Gardening, and I'm here for our weekly winter sowing update. It's amazing how much change has happened in a week. We really had consistent warm temperatures, and all the trees and things have really woken up around us. You can hear all the birds chirping. Our red bud is starting to get some leaves, and we have a dogwood down here blooming, looking really beautiful right now. So I went back and replanted quite a few of my winter sowing. I replanted the jugs with the green painter's tape. I feel like some of those didn't take because most of the seeds, all the seeds that hadn't taked I got from Etsy, and I know you're not supposed to do that because I have heard that they're not good seeds. So anyways, I had tried this, and knowing that there was a high likelihood they wouldn't take, but I was going to try it anyways, and they didn't take. So I'm re-sowing back over those. So I just opened them up and kind of jostled up the soil inside and then replanted with other things. So we'll see what pops up from that. But I'll give you an update on the things that are really growing right now. This is black-eyed peas that are beginning to germinate. That makes me really happy. Here are violets that are starting to put on quite a few true leaves. This is false blue indigo, which is a nitrogen-fixing herbaceous plant. So I'm really excited about this. This is a good chop and drop plant for permaculture. These are my white carnations, and they're really starting to leaf out and get a lot of vegetative growth. This is columbine, and they're starting to put on more true leaves, and they're getting more size. Purple coneflower is starting to get quite a bit to germinate and more larger true leaves. Here's another purple coneflower, and it's looking equally great. Here's yarrow, and it's starting to fill up this milk jug. It's getting much bigger. Another yarrow looking really nice. These are red long onions, and they're really looking nice. They're getting thicker stems, looking great. Asparagus is almost out of the top of this jug. It's looking really amazingly good. Alpine strawberries. Looking like they're getting bigger. Alpine strawberries are hard to get going, but once they're going, they do great. So I'm really excited that we've got some started. Okay, this is some red noodle bean that's starting to germinate, and disregard the construction noise going on in the background. Here's lupin. There's one in the corner that's really, you can't really see, but there's two growing in there that are, well, there's three. One's kind of germinating. We'll see if that one takes off, but there's two that are looking really nice inside of this. Okay, this is an example of another way you can do winter sowing. This is just a leftover non box, and I just put a hole in the top and put little holes in the bottom, and I have these are zinnias, Isabella zinnias, which is a yellow zinnia. So those are doing really good. So you can use other things other than just a milk jug. You can use any sort of translucent plastic container basically it's very versatile. My other newly sown jugs were recently done, so there's nothing germinating yet to show you, but once those start coming up, I will let you know how that did. It's interesting being our first growing season here in Northwest Arkansas. Just seeing what does well doing winter sowing here. It's interesting. It's a little bit different than where I had grown before in Washington. So I hope you learned something from this, and I hope your winter sowing plans are going well. Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. So this week there's supposed to be another frost, which is surprising because for the last almost month we haven't had any freezing temperatures. It's almost been, there's been nights where it's been in the 50s. It's been amazing. But there's supposed to be a night this week where it gets down to 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm interested to see how this all fares because we've had so much warm weather lately. So I may or may not cover all of these with a blanket of some sort, a plant blanket, just to, I think it's supposed to get down to 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I can just get it a couple degrees warmer, I think the things, because there's a few frost tender things that are out here, like the zinnias, and I have like the beans. Those are not winter hardy or frost hardy, so I'm just more concerned about those, but we'll see. Most things haven't germinated that I planted out that are new, that are also not frost hardy, so we'll just have to see. But I'll let you know how that fares. But everything's looking pretty good. I mean, for my first time here, next year we'll see what I modify based off of the results of this year, but I think it's still a little bit too early to tell. I think I'm gonna wait about one more month before planting out, just to give everything a time to size up and get going before I really put it in the ground. And I'll keep you posted on that as well, just to see how I transform my home and my landscape. With a little bit, I can magnify it to be something really beautiful. We bought a fixer-upper, so it's been quite dilapidated, but that's kind of exciting for me. It's something to create and something that I think will be beautiful in the future. And let me know what you're growing. What are you most excited to grow this year? Let me know and tell me where you're located. I look forward to getting to know all of you. Thank you and have a great week.